You. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Mostly gentlemen. How do you guys like my my new banner here? Can you all see stuff? Sorry, we're getting everything ready backstage. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Nice. Good. I had to stop. I'm not clicking anything. I'm not. What? Oh, you know what? It was me putting my AirPod thing away. Sometimes that can sound if you know there's no video and I'll tell you what I was doing. I was wet sanding an AK mag to make it chromium. I mean, not actual chrome. It's hard to tell in the light, but polished to match my. Most of y'all know that I have a chrome Draco, airsoft Draco. So I only have one chrome, hard chrome mag, polished mag. So I wanted to make a second one. So I'm working on it. It's grayed out a lot. Removing material. And once I get all the yucky material off of it, then I'll polish it up real nice. Yeah, you like that hashtag? So, but there's the since we're so close to the apocalypse, figured I'd put some Z-Max in there. You know what I'm saying? So let's give it a minute for Liggity Light to get up in here, and then we'll get started. Yes, Light is talking about zombie tips. Did he get too drunk? No, Light is talking about that's how I roll. Chrome to the dome. Name that video. Okay, yeah. Went through. He should be in here soon. No, Light, it's been confirmed. Light is going to be joining us. Just the tip. You guys, I swear, y'all are just so silly. Is Matt gonna be the only one that comments on the hashtag? Come on, y'all. Just a tip in that prison wallet EDC. The first person that that lists a realistic prison wallet EDC loadout wins something on my workbench, my gun workbench. I'll tell you what, y'all can win. You can win the vertical grip that Loki didn't take, or the Glock 20 magazine that Blue Six, was it Blue Six? Maybe Blue Six didn't take. I don't remember. You did give a great one, Matt. I'm not gonna lie. It was tempting. I may lockpick kit. It's got to be a loadout, man. I mean, Matt did give he gave an excellent one. It could be a play on Matt's, okay? Because I'm not gonna lie. I looked for some small OTF switchblades, which are illegal in the state of Virginia. So, bag of blow, Derringer, and a Bic lighter. Ooh, that's a good one. M92 Quad says, "What up, squad? Can't stay. BL stay frosty. Water boiling. Oh, for sure. We are sitting at 210 degrees, my friend. Literally. That's why I'm not even hitting what I like penguins too. Oh, you mean his? Yeah. I thought that was like I like penguins kind of. Yeah. We're boiling. I'm not even gonna hit like what happened today because we knew, over a year ago, we knew that was coming. Bro, I'll tell you what. I found a tactical pin that is a like really nice anodized aluminum. I think it's like 6061 aluminum writing pen that actually has ink replacements. Let me move my unicorn. So you can fill them with the Parker inserts like this for a tactical pen, but the top you flick it and a little like 1.9 inch OTF blade comes out. That's a very interesting shaped item. You don't want that thing firing in the PWEDC though, that's for sure. Mitchell, I don't think you were here for this one. You either got to go back and watch the episode that we did with Matt a couple nights ago, or somebody else is going to have to get pretty graphic. And it stands for prison wallet everyday carry. I'll let you think about that. Oh man, got to keep your cool, don't clench. Yeah, exhale. I mean, it started out as a joke till people started like dropping their actual PWEDC, not like maybe EDC, but you know, it depends on where you're going. What's up, Sport Brand? What's up, brother? Sport Brand, did you get a chance to send those patches? And before anyone says anything, we're talking about morale patches. Yeah, it took over the chat literally for like probably 40 minutes. We were ending the stream and people were still talking about butthole weapons. But hey, here's the crazy thing. If you go back to the teaser video that I did prior to it, it was a stream like 6 hours before that. And I said something along the lines of, you know, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that begins with the letter B, bullets, Bic lighters, and booty holes. And we actually ended up talking about booty holes. Damn, someone's going to click on this like, ooh, I'd like to learn about ancient Sumeria. And hear us talking about prison wallet EDCs. Oh my God. What's happened to us? All right, come on, lickety light. I guess I could have and should have waited. For those of y'all that didn't see it though, this is my polished AK mag for my Chrome AK. And what's up, AL? He said that is exactly what happened to me. And this is the one that I am currently in the midst of polishing. So there's still lots of gray in it. You can't really see in the light, but I'm working on it. We'll have light coming in any minute, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So this is just kind of the first thing I hear is booty holes. AL, I'm sorry, brother. 4570. As long as, oh man, as long as you are just rocking one 4570 cartridge, you're good. Thanks, nobody. I love working on metal. I got a priest to exorcise the demon for my ghost gun. That's good. Came for Sumeria, stayed for the booty holes. Hell yes. All right, so everyone, I know it's been a little while, but I'd like to reintroduce all of you to the one, the only, fuck Joe Biden light. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Hey, give me a second. Let me get my lighting in control behind me, and let me get my my tripod set up properly. So I'll be chatting with y'all. Let me just get my shit set up because I was dealing with family stuff, and I'm trying to bring it back into this shit right now.
You take all the time you need. and you
I don't
do your
need much
thing.
more time. I don't need much
Man,
more time.
well, just so you know, while you were gone, we were talking about weapons that you can carry in your butthole.
So basically, a double-sided black dildo. Okay, gotcha.
That could
Yeah,
work.
most white men and white women will be shocked when they see it, and you will get the drop on them. Okay,
And
cool.
it's a
Thumbs up.
bludgeoning tool. I mean, we actually had Matt Telhart on our last stream actually say like,
It's a bludgeoning tool. You hit them with the black hammer. Whop, whop, whop.
"Hey, wrap that sucker in paracord and go to town, man."
Oh my God! You put some lead weight in the tip, and it's all over. It's like
Oh man! Instead of calling it a billy club, you can call it a booty club or a Richard club. Oh,
a Billy D club.
oh
Wow,
man!
Star Wars, baby.
Oh man, that's terrible. Hold on. You think you could run around with an extra BCG up there? Tactical machining. 2 bourbons, 2 black and tans deep. Time to chain smoke and watch DLD. Hell yeah, brother. Miss me with that gay stuff. This is serious as heart attack. Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
my God, dude, you guys are
honestly,
killing me already, man.
Matt said it best. A small little OTF switchblade, a handcuff key, and like a Bic lighter, and a condom.
Yo, Dark, hey, giving you heads up, I finally found one of my 2 handcuff keys
Mm.
a couple days ago, and my kids, or my younger kids, the 3 going on 4 and the 5-year-old, are like, Daddy, I got your handcuffs. We want the key. And I'm like, I don't know where it's at. Plain and simple. Don't lock yourself up. Good thing your wrists are too small for it right now. End up
Oh
finding the
man.
key. And once they found out I found the key, I literally had to hide my fucking handcuffs because I caught them trying to handcuff me while I was taking a nap.
What?
I'm not even joking. They're like, shh, 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 don't wake daddy up. And look, they're doing this. Go to sleep, daddy. Go to sleep, daddy. Like
Trying to
petting
handcuff
my
you.
face, trying to handcuff me,
I thought
pulling
you were
my
going to say
arms
that
over.
they ate one of them. And if they ate one of them, then technically at one point they would have a handcuff key in their butthole.
Jail with one of those, and they'll get charged.
Yeah. What's up,
No,
brother?
I literally found the handcuff key, and once I found that, I allowed them to play with the handcuffs, and they literally tried handcuffing me while I went to sleep. I'm not even joking. My 3 and my 5-year-old were like petting me on the face. Go to sleep, daddy. Go to sleep. It's okay. It's okay. And I can feel my arm being pulled over and then the other arm being pulled over to click me in. I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on here?
That's too funny. And I'll throw this out too for you guys in chat. Hold on, I had something. Oh, so be cautious. There's a lot of fake gun shops. You know, people creating websites for guns that
CRS
are,
saying that.
yeah, because of how unavailable stuff is. If you find something that is just, what's up, Fairchilds, that is just way too good to be true, look up online. You know, look for people that have ordered from them, and not just like the 5-star reviews on Yelp. Like, look up to make sure that it's a legitimate place, because there's a lot of people taking advantage of the current situation, selling, 80 percenters for like $30, $50 that may not be legitimate. So just please be careful. They do it on Instagram also, fake ammo sellers. Yep.
Hey, Dark, make sure you mention that, oddly enough, all these people that are selling firearms over the webs that are illegal don't have an FFL, and yet the ATF, FBI, and all the regulatory agencies are not prosecuting or going towards them. Well, maybe they might be without us knowing, but if it happens for 2 years in a row and nothing happens, that just lets you know they don't give a F. They're only going after law abiding citizens. They're not worried about the people trying to scam and do all these other stupid shit. And this shit should be posted up within 2, maybe 3 weeks, saying that the ATF has a bust on non-legitimate companies selling guns without an FFL online. And we're not going to hear anything about it, and I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with companies online selling guns without FFLs, but I knew. So I hate Google posted look up their FFL. If you're purchasing firearms, yes, but we were talking about like the 80 percenters, especially with what happened today with the executive orders on the 80 percenters, ghost guns, and all that. Um, a lot of people are going to be taking advantage. Like someone sent me a site today to look at, and I pulled it up, and they're selling 80 percenters for $29.99, and I'm just like, I mean, he said it's legit. I looked it up, and it like there's a lot of people saying they took forever to give me my order, but I got it. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
go ahead. I can write a review on any Google or any chat or order form. Just put my review in there, and there's plenty of companies out there where they're saying in broken English, "I got my flashlight, yay! Today, support comrade." I mean, it worked good. Batteries, AAA. Yeah, there's plenty of fucking lies out there on the repost. So this post is supposed to be on ancient Sumeria, correct? Dark?
Yep.
Am I wrong?
No, you're wrong. Let's just end it now. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we
Okay.
were
All
just
right.
doing a
Deuces,
little
guys.
pre-stream.
I'll see you guys later. Bye. Mwah.
Yeah, this Mitchell Black said, "I just keep all my guns at the top of the stairs so Biden can't get to them." John Kimball, you're right. Yeah, no legit site is under $70. I agree. John Kimball said there was no executive orders. You're right. They're at least up to earlier this evening. I have not seen any actual executive orders. It was just talk of upcoming executive orders. But okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I know a lot of people are interested in this topic. We had a lot of people on Discord and Keybase that were planning on jumping in as well. And this is kind of your realm. I just live in it. So do your thing, man. It's all you, brother.
Okay, so giving you all heads up. And I'm not knocking Dugan. I'm not talking anything sideways about any of these things. And I've had conversations with him, and Dark was on the same phone conversation. And I'm trying to figure out certain historical standpoints on religious notatable points, quote unquote. Ancient Sumeria is the first civilization, the first written language that mankind knows about. And everything that the Jews, the Christians, the Muslims, the Greeks, the Buddhists, you name a culture around the world, even Native American cultures and South American cultures of Native people, all legitimately go back to ancient Sumeria, except for the Hopis. The Hopis talk about like a Middle Earth, and how they came out of the Middle Earth and repopulated from there. That's one of the few that don't go within that guideline. But oddly enough, the Hercules, the Jesus, the flood, the Noah, the Cain and Abel, the Adam and Eve, Garden of Eden, you name a story, it all dates back to ancient Sumeria. And it's weird because ancient Sumeria is the first written human language and it reads like sci-fi. And the reason why I say that is because we didn't have science fiction back then, but they're talking about star people coming down from the stars and manipulating man here on this earth to dig and extract gold for them to be able to bring back to put in their atmosphere to do weather modification, stuff like that. Well, whether you believe it or not, don't give a crap. Look at the oldest gold mines in the world, and you'll see they date back to Africa. And the testing, what is it, carbon dating testing? They date back on the ladders and stuff like that. Date back past the time that man was even supposed to even be alive,
Hey,
which
real
is weird.
quickly, I gotta step away just for like 30 seconds, but keep going.
Okay. So it's kind of weird because there are ancient gold mines that date back before what human history is even supposed to be started on. Um, every single thing in ancient Sumeria has talked about the Hercules, the Jesus, the Moses, Noah. You name a scenario in the Bible or the Holy Trinity: Christianity, Islam, Judaism. That's the Holy Trinity. If you go outside of that, you have, the Cherokee Indians, you have all these other cultures, but they all have the same backstory when it comes down to creationism, except for the Hopi. And they believe that man came from underground and then repopulated from there. They are kind of like an outlier when it comes down to these things. It's kind of weird. It's interesting. I'd like to figure more out about that, but I can't be there in person to be able to talk to some of these elders and stuff like that and figure out where the backstories came from. So, giving y'all heads up, and from my own personal viewpoint, I don't believe in the King James Bible. I don't believe in anything written by man. But I will say, any one of these books, whether it's the Quran, the Torah, the Tanakh, or the Christian Bible, old school, New James, whatever you want to call it, it's for you to read for yourself. And oddly enough, you'll find the words of the Creator still not buried by the words of man manipulating you, but you'll find the words of the Creator behind all of that. Same as any religion out there. And it's really odd. And I've kind of figured that out, and it threw me through a loop, and I didn't expect to see that. You can find the words of the Creator. It's for your interpretation. It's not for anybody else's. Now, I would like to talk about ancient history. And who has a question? Because I'm not looking in the comments or the chats. I'll let Dark throw it out there, and I'll let Dark start a new comment or a new chat or a discussion, and we'll go from there.
So
So
I'll
I'm not
throw a
I'm
couple
not
things
diving into
out.
anything. I'm letting y'all do it.
Everyone's making fun. They're saying he's out of juice again. Hey guys, I had to do something really important for my family. I had to kill a spider. And
Dude, Dark,
you know how it goes.
I will send you gasoline. I will fucking give you gasoline right now. Just burn the whole house down. Walk away. Start brand new.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But luckily, a paper towel was close by. So.
Oh my God. Oh, Thank God there was a paper towel close by. With this whole COVID shit going on, man, you never know.
Spiders carry it. Tower of Babel was built by those same people. Yes. So the backup channel, in case we get nuked, is Dark Mavis. If you search Dark Mavis, you'll see a picture of a little picture of my thumbnail is my daughter. So, or a stock picture of a young girl. I mean, that's the backup channel in case we get nuked. So, Detective John Kimball says the Egyptians have the same set of stories. Dark is going to spill juice in 10, 9, 8. Will there be a quiz after? Yes. Zachariah Sitchin was a pretty darn smart.
Oh my God! You know about Zachariah Sitchin? Holy shit!
That was fair.
So you listen to Art Bell, Zachariah Sitchin.
So Fairchilds mentioned Zachariah Sitchin. My Name is Nobody said Egypt stole the stories. I think. And people are saying just keep going. This is great. And spiders are good. I know. Seen the Matrix. Sorry, it's a lot of comments. Egypt was given magic by Hermes Trismegistus of 3 times great, who was said to have been a high priest in Atlantis. All I know is when I started doing research into ancient Sumeria, I learned a lot about Uranus.
Giving y'all heads up, people want to talk about ancient Sumeria or ancient Atlantis. There's a place in Africa called the Eye of the Sahara. Google it, please do. And if you look up the definition or the description of what Atlantis was 7 concentric rings in a circle, waterlogged, waterbound, this and that. Look at the Eye of the Sahara. And when you look that up, you'll find out where the inland sea used to be. And it looks a lot exactly like what Atlantis should have been. And oddly enough, it's one of the most inhospitable and most unreachable areas where it's very hard for them to do archaeological finds and digs. And I would assume that if they started doing those, they would end up finding out there was civilization there on some of these rings. Just like if you look at, because I'm in Florida, oh my God, there you go, Eye of the Sahara. I can't remember what the other term of it is, but seriously, zoom into that and you'll fucking find out real fucking quick. Another cool artifact is off the coast of Florida in the Gulf of Mexico, off the coast of Cuba. There are pyramid structures like 1,200 foot down that lay out like a Incan or Mayan temple complex. And this is 1,200 feet underwater, and they lay out perfectly geometrically in those shapes. So one thing that we have learned is that people in control history. And if they control history, they can control what you know about the past, the present, and the future. When we see things that go completely against what the status quo is, we can start looking into things saying, you know what? This doesn't make any sense. Why isn't anybody talking about it? Well, there's a reason for that. Because if you start talking about it, you're going to lose funding and you're going to lose your tenure in whatever scientific field that you're in, historian or whatever, archaeology, geologist. You're going to lose your funding and you're going to lose your ability to be able to keep on teaching. These same people, they don't want to have an earthquake underneath them for the simple fact that they've been right for so long and they're waiting for themselves to die and hopefully somebody else take up their mantle point so their names don't get lost in history. These people are genuinely looking at keeping their names imbued in history versus actually passing out legitimate information. And if they don't care about their name in history, all they care about is the funding and the money they were receiving to be able to put forth this information and claim it being true, even though we have a ton of evidence all around it that's saying you're fucking bold-faced lying. Zawar Harari, fucking the ancient Egypt, guy. That dude, I swear to God, if I'm not mistaken, he's actually going to trial for fucking crimes. He was selling fucking shit out of Egypt. He was lying. He was bullshitting. Zahari Alawali, whatever the fuck his name is. You saw him on Ancient Aliens. I don't give a fuck. That dude's a piece of shit. This
Bro,
means,
like, look
go
at
ahead.
this image to the right. It is side by side Atlantis and the Eye of the Sahara.
Oh my God, that looks nothing anywhere, nowhere, even kind of even close. That,
Nope,
I mean,
completely different.
that was pharaohs and slaves building that, just saying,
Exactly. Wow, bro.
dude, hey, when
I'm
you
sorry, I'm
Google this,
fascinated.
Google up the inland sea in Africa, because it'll show the Aya Sahara inland sea, and it will show you exactly where it stood in Africa when it was an inland sea. It's fucking crazy because it shows it being its own independent hub-centric islands. And
Like
they said
that?
it was, kind of, sort of.
You can say no.
No, that's not the right one. But if you show a photo of Africa with the Eye of the Sahara, or at least where the dot is for the Eye of Sahara, and then go back and show when Africa had an inland sea. So the Eye of the Sahara would have been up in the middle of that chunk of the left-hand side of Africa on the picture on the right. And the inland sea, the Eye of Sahara was actually in the middle of that inland sea. And they spoke in the Greek and the Phoenician text, talking about you went through the Straits of Gibraltar, and then shortly after you could run into Atlantis.
That's
So
crazy.
it's ridiculous. It straight up is. And I'm a firm believer that we've had advanced civilizations, advanced culture, and technology on this earth. And whether it was natural disaster or man-made disaster, it fucking came to an end at a certain point. Here, Google up nuclear glassification India, because there's points in Africa and India where the sand has turned into glass and literally shows radioactive decay or radioactive signatures, showing that an atomic blast went off 5,000, 6,500 years before any of all this shit ever happened. And in India, they were talking about the ancient Vimanas and talking about Shiva and how they were releasing bombs upon the earth that could wipe people out, cold heartedly. And we have these planes that are a mile long that are glassified, straight up glassified, meaning that you have to have a super high intense heat source to be able to glassify these areas. And they're talking about atomic warfare before we even understood this concept. and they're saying it's the gods that were fighting above them. And India is one of the few countries that have never been conquered, and they have one of the oldest, I know, oldest lineage in histories without being burnt down or rewritten. And the only downside is they wrote themselves into a lot of these lineages. But if you look at the beginning parts, they read to be true. They read kind of pretty much like ancient Sumeria, talking about how star beings came down, manipulated man for them to be able to work in gold mines, to be able to mine gold, to be able to give it to them, and then bring it back to their planet for weather modification. And this is the first written civilization. Okay, I'm done,
And
and
this
I'm
is
not
like
reading.
almost 5,000 years ago, right?
Over 5,000 years ago, yes. Dark, I'm using you as the person that's reading in the chat.
Yeah. So Matt Telhart says Lemuria could be the one in the Antarctic. Lemuria was somewhere between India and Africa. Let me go back. Sorry, I showed a picture of a prison wallet, so everyone focused on that. The Eye of the Sahara is definitely a place of interest. They have a similar city in the Antarctic that's visible through the ice. It could be
Yes,
there
they
too.
do. No, it wouldn't be in the Antarctic because all the ancient historical texts talked about coming from the Straits of Gibraltar, which I've been through multiple times in the Navy. Europe, Africa, Straits of Gibraltar, right in the middle. Like, look. Europe, Africa, Straits of Gibraltar. And that's me. That's me. I'm all up in the middle. Like, look, all the way up to the elbow.
Oh, that sounds like fisticuffs.
So, no,
Light, are
I
you
will.
familiar with the Bright Insight YouTube channel? He does some great ancient history stuff, including the Eye of the Sahara.
No, I actually haven't heard of him. I try to find people out there that are actually focusing on ancient history, like ancient Sumeria and around those times. And I typically can't find any non-biased source, but I will check him out. You said Bright Insight YouTube channel. I'll check him out, and I'll give him a queue up on my shit. But I'm a big fan of ancient history, and if we don't learn from the past, we'll never freaking be able to advance to the future. But I think we have a bigger history than most people think. And if the winners write history and they've been in control the whole time, and they've just been compiling and building, because if you guys have not seen or listened to what Doug has said or what you've seen on conspiracy theories, you have families from way back when that are still in control today. What's saying that they didn't have this knowledge from back then, and they've been holding it and using it and manipulating it and allowing it to be able to come forward to be able to further their goals. I love Doug, and I have no issue. All I'm saying is it goes back a lot further than just the recent shit that we're seeing.
Brian Ford. So I'm not sure. I've been putting the comments up. GKT says history is a lie. His story, Tartaria, Terrari, they are hiding true history, trusting Google for history. LOL. Wow. I don't know if you're referring to. We were just looking up an image. We're not like Googling history. Bright Insight.
No.
Brian Forrester does live streams and has a lot of vids on this stuff too. The goddamn Bacon, of course, showed up and threw a 223 super chat. Thank you, brother. Matt Telhart. I'll start putting the comments up so you don't have to toggle back and forth. What's up, G-Man? What's up, Jay-Z?
Hey, everybody in the comments, I'm using Dark as my secretary right now. I'm not hitting the comments. I'm not hitting chat. I'm just going off the cuff right now. So please bring something to my attention. And I've given as much as I want to say right now. You bring something up, I'll dig deeper on it at this point. And I'll go the full rounds with everybody today because I haven't been with y'all for quite a while.
What the hell? Hold on. Let me try to get him back in, guys. Hang on. Oh, I'll give you concrete shit. Let me try to get him back on, guys. Hang tight for 1 sec. Don't go anywhere. I guess his phone died, dude. What the hell? The Sumerians got light. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I didn't think all CZ shadows actually were RMR cut or optics ready. It sounds right that only the RMR or only the optics ready units were optics ready. The Starman thought that light was revealing too much. We barely got in the conversation, man. Shit, him and I spent like an hour and a half on the phone just talking about like general shit and how. So a lot of people, you know how a lot of people can be about religion, right? So, you know, when they hear that the stories of their religion were inscribed on tablets thousands and thousands of years prior to them occurring, you can understand how that can make people feel, right? So this is just, you know, a healthy educational conversation, not to. The fuck, bro? There we go. All right, prison wallet time.
No, oh my bad. Okay, if you guys are kind of up to date with the shit that I've been through, I told you that I had family in town a couple of weeks ago. Well, I have 4 good iPhone charging cables. Yeah, 4, 4, 4 of them. When my family left, I had 1.
That's how
That's not.
family is.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you right now, next time they come to my house, they're leaving with fucking flat tires. Oh, oh my God. We had air in my yard. Oh my God, I can't believe you don't have air backing out of my driveway. That's so fucked up. Ooh, oh. Yeah. So I'm not happy about that shit. And my phone said it was charging. Then all of a sudden, when I was in the middle of speaking, it went bloop. Goodbye.
All right, so let me have. I may be missing stuff that I'm not like up to date on.
All right,
So you may need to
go
go
ahead.
and look through the comments.
No, I'm not looking through the comments. I'm using you as my commentary at this point
Yeah,
because
okay. I'm
I
saying like I'm not up to speed on this shit. This is
no. I understand you're not up to speed with it. All I'm saying is I need somebody to be able to read the commentaries because I have
I'll
a
put them
whole
on
bunch of shit
screen.
on my plate. That works. Oh, hey, Dark, can I plug my buddy right quick?
Sure, if you think it'll be valuable to our peeps, absolutely.
Any of the peeps in here and Dark, let me know if anybody says that they are interested. I have a friend that I used to build race cars with that run on Road Atlanta, Sebring, stuff like that. Basically Mazda Miatas, Acura Integras with a roll cage, and they do like endurance racing. I have a buddy that I used to work for when I went out of work, and he provided me income and helped me out. And he does a live stream when he does these endurance races inside the vehicle and all that other crap. If y'all are interested, I'd love to pass out the information because I think he's going to be at Road Atlanta this Saturday. His name is Justin Garvin, Garvin. And straight up, I love this motherfucker. He got me on the racetrack, $2,500 entry fee, all this other shit. He paid for all of it, and I raced for quite a few fucking miles on this shit in the Acura Integra. And we also used parts out of my own fucking car to be able to keep the Integra running until the motor blew. So he's going to be doing a
Amen.
live stream on this shit. And just want to throw him out there because I'm trying to get him to sell my motorcycle. Um,
Shit,
unless
you
one
may
of
be able
y'all
to
want to
see
buy it.
more here. After the stream, mention it, and
And Dark just disappeared. So, gentlemen and ladies, um, I want to get into this ancient Sumerian ancient history. I'm gonna let Dark read off the commentaries and stuff like that. I'm not trying to read into the commentaries. I got enough shit going on. I can't be distracted, and I'm trying to be present for this whole stream. So I need somebody to help me. And Dark has been a fucking amazing dude, and he's been keeping everything fucking moving forward. So I'm asking him to help me out with me being part of the channel on with the Q&A or discussion part. And I know Dark's going to jump in on anything that he feels he may know. I read the book on Gnostic religion. I messed it. It messed me up. The monad, the monthly, weird shit. Okay, that's still like baby shit compared to ancient Sumeria. Just giving you heads up. Because believe it or not, after ancient Sumeria, there was a trial and tribulation period which extended out, and then the early Jews, they believed God had a wife. Oh, that's kind of weird. God had a wife. Okay, well, they split apart, and now this group over here, this group over here, this group, this group, this group, multiple different groups. Well, some of them didn't like the whole God had a wife. Nah, God's a man. God's in control. Okay. Well, apparently this other group over here felt the same way. Then this one did. Okay, cool. Well, when they wanted to take over power in their area, their vicinity, they ended up coming together and saying, "Oh, we all view the same thing. We all want the same thing." Guess what? God no longer had a wife, and the woman was subservient. Meanwhile, in the original Judeo text, would actually be high priests or priestesses in the temples. What does that mean? It means nothing. You have 14, 15, 20 different branches of Judaism, and the ones that are more powerful, they came together and they said, no, it's the man in charge. That's the way it is. Well, what about God having a wife? No, God don't have a wife no more. Okay, no problem. Well, to talk about Adam and Eve. Yeah, guess what? Adam was created out of the soil and the dirt. And no, it wasn't Eve. Wait, what was that person's name? Oh, Adam and Lilith were created out of the soil and the dirt. And Lilith did not bow down to Adam's will. Okay, that's weird. Oh, well, fuck. Fuck Lilith. Get rid of her. Shoo, 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 bitch. Okay. Yeah. No. We have Eve. We took a rib out of Adam, and now Eve, and she's subservient to Adam, and she's supposed to bow down to man. Yeah, that's what it is. Now you look at the the Satanic Bible, and you look at other occult literature and old school Christian Judaism, all that other shit. They talk about Adam's first wife, which was named Lilith. Lilith was Adam's first wife. Just saying. And that's not hearsay. This is biblical, and this is canon, and this is old school history on multiple different levels. Oh, it doesn't show in Christian canon. I'm sorry, I forgot Christian canon is way older than Jewish canon. Not saying Christianity came from Judaism. Oh, that'd be silly. So figure this shit out, because there's a whole bunch of lies and manipulation. And the one thing that I've learned from Jews and Islam, not so much Christianity or Catholicism, is, oddly enough, you can read these man-made manipulated books and you can still see the word of your creator in them. It's weird. And it's also been told to you, don't rely on a man to tell you what this means. You discover it for yourself, because in 5 years from now, you will reread it and learn something completely different. That is the closest thing to divinity, in my opinion. And I don't believe in Jesus as my Lord and Savior. I believe that we have a creator. I will not name his name because I don't know him. I've never met him. Yahshua, Jehovah, you name a name, I don't fucking care. I don't know him. That's not me. That's not me to say, yo, that's my boy. It's my job to be able to help out people around me. And it's my job to do the best I can and learn and live and view as much of this world as I can, because we are the feelers of our creator. Good or bad, we're here for a reason. And the reason is for us to do our own damn thing, but also not to be a piece of, yeah. Okay, so
what about the tablets? Like, explain to those that have no idea what they're walking into,
okay.
the tablets and the stories that they, or it could be that, or it could be the fact that ancient Sumerians predicted what the future solar system looked like before, like cosmic, what do you call it?
This the spinning of the cosmos and becoming into this point in the future. What
There's
the
like cosmic
cosmos were going to look
collisions that
like.
took place, and they predicted what the future solar system would look like before cosmic collisions took place that shifted crazy shit like that. I mean, I've heard a bunch of stuff, but you know more
All
about
right.
it than I do.
So basically, what the ancient Sumerians have written down on the first written language of humanity, or this is what is called the first written language of humanity, the first civilization, which there's maybe one or two that predate it, but there's not enough text or tablets or scrolls to be able to really dig into. So ancient Sumeria is basically the origin of ancient Babylonia, which is where the Tower of Babel and everything else all came from. And this is the Middle East, um, aka Africa. So it literally reads that people from the stars or star people came down and changed man, or changed these creatures on earth to be able to become more subservient and more basically like slave like in the equivalent. They modified them to become slave like. Whether, because we are Homo sapien sapien. We're not Homo sapien. We're Homo sapien sapien. There's two sapiens. There is a big disconnect from what is it, Eve, the first and oldest female Neanderthal or missing link they found in Africa, to who we are. Now, ancient Sumeria reads as these star people came from the stars, came down, manipulated man to be able to mine gold and other resources to be able to give to them, to be able to bring back to their planet, to be able to put in their planet's atmosphere to be able to stop global warming or some type of global conflict. This is the first written language, the first tablets. I don't understand how people can underestimate the fact that before we understood rocket ships and going to the moon, going to the stars, going to any of this stupid shit, the first written documented language and written as if it was scholarly text talks about people coming from the stars and manipulating our genes or manipulating us to be able to do this and this and this and that. Well, it took Jules Verne's with, Rocket to the Moon and, who was the other one? 2000 Leagues Beneath the Sea and, War of the Worlds for people to fucking freak out and be like, oh my God, yo, space aliens, Mars. They were talking about this shit before we had optics, before we had scopes, telescopes, before we had rudimentary the ability to be able to do the pulley system, and before we had rotary drill bits and all this other shit. They might have had the wheel back then, I'm not denying that, but there was a lot of information that they were explaining and passing down. And you look at all the stuff they say are, what do you call them? Mythology. Look at the Greeks. Look at the Athenians. Look at the Islamic. Look at the Chinese. Look at the Korean. Every single one of them all recite the same ancient Sumerian freaking stories about a flood, about a great hero, about somebody who's crucified to be able to become more than what they were. Go ahead. And I'm not being blasphemous. I'm just saying, do your own fucking research because I'm fucking tired of having these debates with Christians, with Islamic people, with Jewish people. I'm over all that. I'm giving y'all a heads up. Please look into it because it's not a lot of bastardized shit out there, and there's not a lot of information out there. But the information that's out there, it might take you maybe a month to be able to read everything from ancient Sumeria, but that's the oldest written language. And when you read it, you'll end up being like, oh my God, Hercules. Oh my God, Jesus. Oh my God, Moses. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that. And you're like, I don't believe your bullshit, other stories.
Well, I think
Not
like
saying, go ahead.
no,
Sorry.
you're good, go ahead. I was just saying, I think like no one is saying that anything is fake or doesn't exist or is like shitting on your beliefs. What I think Light's saying, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that there appears to be proof that tablets came thousands and thousands of years prior to any of these religions being written with the same exact stories, almost verbatim. And if that were to be true, if it were to be true, that's all, I'm saying. If that were to be true, would that cause you to think differently about at least doing some research to come to your own conclusion? That's all it is.
And
I,
I'm not saying question your faith. I'm not saying deny your faith. All I'm saying is I'm happy you believe in your faith, and please, if that makes you a better person, keep on going towards it. But the Jews, and if you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Catholic, giving y'all heads up, y'all came from Judaism. Jesus was a Jew. Just FYI. The Jews literally tell you to question your faith because if you don't question it, you're going to be manipulated. If you question it and you learn and you deep dive and you figure out more, guess what happens? you become more devout and you become more of a believer in your faith and what you understand. When somebody tells you a passage, that's not for you. That's what they believe. You're supposed to read every passage for yourself. That's why I'm not saying don't believe in this, don't believe in that. Because end of the day, all these things are literally the words of our Creator. But the problem is, man has manipulated and they bastardized it from all these different generations. All I'm saying is, I want you to see the origin on what the original words were and how they were spoken and what they read as. Because as long as you don't listen to another man on what the interpretation is, that's better for you. Because you can read that in 5 years from now, you'll read the same interpretation and you'll learn a different lesson out of that same interpretation just because you're 5 years older. Carbon dating doesn't do shit because, believe it or not, I don't know who the last person on the text was. I just saw it just now.
No, there was, I think that was Jay-Z. Let me go back. Yeah, that was Jay-Z.
Because, believe it or not, the reason why you don't see real dinosaur bones, or if you do, they are in like a plaster cast, which are like lead lined, is because they're radioactive. Like to the point where they're actually dangerous to the public. Most people don't know that, and I'm giving y'all heads up. Yeah, old school dinosaur bones are literally radioactive to the public, to where it will do damage to you if they don't have it insulated. So most of the shit that you see is reconstruction, or it's been painted on with like a lead based kind of paint.
We like lead-based paint.
Oh, dude, I love it. Nobody can see inside of my house. I have a sex dungeon with a whole bunch of, I mean,
Right.
I have a play area for my chickens.
John Ray says you should question your faith. If it doesn't survive, you have no faith. True that.
Exactly.
Joe Morris says many ancient witnesses, a handful of scribes. Hold on. Armitage. Acknowledging these things doesn't conflict with faith. I am as devout a Christian as there is. I'm still aware of the Anunnaki. Yeah, I think that's
Anunnaki.
Anunnaki.
That's basically the fallen angels, the people that had sex with humans that created. They're not angels and they're not demons, but the Anunnaki created the giants, the giant race. David and Goliath. Goliath had 6 fingers and 6 toes. He was an Anunnaki born.
Interesting.
So I'm not saying that things aren't true in the Christian Judaism and stuff like that. Put it like this: read the Tanakh, read the Torah. That's old school. That's the Old Testament. New Testament, don't really even fuck with that too much. Just giving you all heads up because that was more manipulated by man than anything else. But the Old Testament, talking about David, Goliath, and all these other things, this is the truest form, talking about the shit that they were told and passed down from ancient Sumeria, which it went ancient Sumeria, ancient Babylonia, and then after Babylonia, it passed out, and then you had certain people of a certain faith or derivative to a god. And giving y'all heads up, if you look back at it like this, the same people that are ruling media and industry and ruling this world, how long have they been ruling for that you're aware of? About the 1600s. right? Yeah. When ship insurance came about and insurance came about and all these other things started coming about and the court Jews came about and all these other things about the 1600s, who were the families ruling before the 1600s? We don't know about them. They're not talked about. But oddly enough, you have these people of major power that come into another region and end up taking over those regions. It wouldn't just be a random group of gypsies. It would be a cold, calculated group of people from another land infiltrating and manipulating and using goods and passage and transport to be able to get their foot in the door. And then once they get their foot in the door, and then in the door of multiple other countries, then they can say, hey, my court Jew says, oh, if I pay him this, we can get these weapons. Oh, if I pay them that, oh, guess what? I'm not going to pay you shit. I don't know if you've heard, because Dugan has said this, and I've said this, and it's also been said multiple times in history. If you don't want to side with us, we will make sure that your whole country burns down and it gets consumed by some other country. Huh, that's kind of weird. Doug has talked about that fact and he's brought that up. I'm bringing up what happened before that fact. I'm talking about the families that were part of ancient Sumeria, the kings, the overseers, the whoever the fuck you want to say, and whatever term you want to say for the people in charge. They're the ones that ended up walking away and building up their own little communities when the Star People left. Whether you want to call them Star People or not, I'm just saying, the first written language, they're called Star People. They came from outside the atmosphere and they came to this earth. That's the first written language. I'm not talking about aliens. I'm not talking about any shit like that. All I'm saying is it's weird that after all that happened, people around the world, there's been a select group of families that have been controlling everything under the sun from then till now.
So, are you thinking that the individuals that are pulling the strings of the people pulling the strings of the people pulling the strings came from Star People?
I think they were basically genetically modified and they were told, hey, you're in charge, you're going to be our interpreter, and you're going to be the overseer, and we're just like if you watched like a movie about, black man in the slave time, and he's got like 15 beans in his hands. He's like, one bean, one black man going across, two beans. Boss, I got 3 beans in my hand. I don't see 3 black dudes in front of me. I think that's where it all came from. There was people that were put in an overseer position, and then when the Star People left, guess what? They had enough knowledge and they had more knowledge than what the typical person was, and they expanded upon it and they manipulated it. So I genuinely think at the end of the day, we have a creator. I don't care if we were manipulated genetically and created, we have a creator. And
I think we're manipulated genetically every single day.
oh, yes, but I think we were literally genetically manipulated in a short period of time to be able to accomplish a goal for some people outside of the neighborhood. Like, here, Dark, let me put it like this. You have this nice neighborhood, and you want to be able to access the oil underneath that neighborhood. What do?
Demolish the neighborhood.
No, fuck that. I'm gonna give everybody fucking crack so I don't have to fucking pay the high fucking retail value
Yeah, I mean,
and then kick everybody out and then get the oil
it's
underneath.
the same thing that Wall Street does with stocks, right? You lower the value, you come in, you purchase it, so you own the land that the neighborhood is
Right.
on, and you do as you wish with it. It's the same thing for the business that I was in. There was a person and people that owned the land which the businesses were on. So you could be a business owner, but guess what? You were still controlled.
Exactly. So the one
And
thing
they
I will
did shit
say,
to, yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say the one thing I will say is when it comes down to the ancient Sumerian text and the tablets and the history of ancient Sumeria or ancient Sumer, I'm not going to say that man was established and we were hunter gatherers or we were building our own civilization. I'm not going to say that we were Homo sapien and they made us Homo sapien sapien, genetically modified. I don't fucking know. There's not enough information. All I can say is the shit that was written down by the first civilization of man reads like a science fiction novel. It is what it is. You can't deny what is being said. And it's not for interpretation like, oh, they mean star being, oh, they mean angels, oh, they mean no, they are literally saying it the way they saw it. Interpretation on translation, yes, it might be a little off, but I'm telling you right now, they're not going to say if it's off enough, oh, a butterfly came and fucking came in my wife's mouth, and now we're all sentient beings. No, they're literally talking about people coming from the stars, manipulating them, and digging up gold for their atmosphere on their fucking planet. I don't know how to explain how like mind blowing that should be for fucking people. This is ancient Sumerian fucking tablets talking about this shit. The first written language talking about fucking being manipulated genetically to dig gold up to for them to be able to bring back to their planet to stop fucking global warming. And go ahead, Google million-year-old African gold mines. Google it. Dark, please Google that right now. Please.
Maybe not Google. Maybe DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, DuckDuckGo it. Please do it.
Well, I already got the
Seriously.
shit open. What do you want me to search?
Million-year-old African gold mine. Because some of this shit actually dates back even before ancient Sumeria. And they're showing fucking like gold mines in Africa. Like talking about.
Okay, so what am I looking for?
All right. Hold on. I'm going to Google it. And I'm going to send you the link. And then I want you to post it up off there. Okay. So now that I'm Googling Dark, hit up the chat. Fucking let anybody talk. And if anybody actually says that they have an understanding or have researched this, please, I would love to bring them in and have a live conversation. Because I was only planning on being on here for a short time. And I love all y'all gentlemen. And this is one of these subjects that I fucking genuinely fucking love. And I'm not going to tear anybody apart, but I'm underprepared right now just because I've been dealing with my fucking family. Love all y'all. But anybody who thinks that they actually have a decent knowledge on ancient Sumeria, Dark, if anybody messages in the chat, send them a link. I'd love for them to be on fucking face to face.
So Zopov, Kimball, Sport Brand, Joe Morris, a bunch of people are engaging. Detective John Kimball is saying that it's not backed by evidence, it's just conjecture, and there's not much truth, just opinion, no evidence. Zopov says light is trash, and I love the truth he's spewing.
All right, I'm gonna say to you I'm just gonna copy and paste this link and send it to you, Dark.
Not global warming, it was terraforming.
No, it wasn't terraforming for our planet. It was basically to be able to manipulate their own weather on their own planet. That's what the ancient Sumerian text read and saying. Now, if you say it was for terraforming for this planet, I can't agree with you because I've done a lot of research and that was not one of those things that was ever said. All right, Dark, I just sent you that. I'm trying to find like literally scholarly ancient Sumerian or ancient African gold mines.
Sefer did a good one on Gospel of Thomas today. Matt Telhart says this is a great interpretation on the facts. Thank you for the real coming out tonight, Light. Let me see. Your son will be okay, Light. He will come back to the fold.
I'm hoping so, man. For real.
Zalpov, conjecture of thousands of years written history is conjecture. Okay.
I agree. It's all conjecture, but there is actual dating, and carbon dating doesn't always reveal shit. All right, the last one that I just sent you in the text message. I'm done. I'm not researching anymore. I would have did more research and it would have provided more shit like that. Put it like this, gentlemen. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you things. I'm not on here to bullshit you or manipulate you or anything else under the sun. I'm giving y'all a heads up on shit that I actually researched at least a decade ago, at least 10 decade, 10 years. Giving y'all heads up. Decade is 10 years. At least 10 years ago. And did a lot of research on all these different things. And there's not a lot of light that has been shown on this shit. It just kind of got all swept away, and they're not looking any more into it. They're looking into shit that's a quarter of the age that the ancient Sumerians are. They're looking at ancient Egypt. They're looking at, South America. The Olmec, guess what? Those motherfuckers were older than the Egyptians. There's a whole bunch of fucking races and religions and genders, not genders, but cultures out there that date back before the fucking Egyptians. Dark, you see what I sent you, the last one?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can post that or describe upon it.
I'm working on it.
Okay. But gentlemen and ladies, I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. That's not my goal. I'm not here to convince you not to believe in something. I don't give a fuck. I want you to believe in something. All I'm saying is there's technology and there are things that have happened before our time and before our knowledge and even our cultural database where we think that we started from we were at this point maybe once before, or twice before, or even before that, on different levels. But the oldest gold mine in Africa known to man, I think, is 45,000 years old. 45,000 years old. Oh, shit. If you believe in the Christian doctrine, we're only 5,000 years from, Adam and Eve. Somewhere around there, right?
I consider
45 45,000 years old. Stanford fucking confirmed. Harvard confirmed. Ancient geologist confirmed. Just giving y'all a heads up. I'm not being a dick, and I don't believe in carbon dating 100% when you're talking about fucking 2.5 million years old. Yeah, that's kind of fucking flaky, but just giving y'all a heads up. 45 to 55,000 years old is
we
the
talked about
old.
Lilith, so Valpa.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just a quick thing. Someone mentioned something about the storm not being upon us.
Is this what the message on here right now?
No, Kimball said like your goal was to provide some sort of evidence. You've done zero of that. I don't know if your goal was to provide evidence. I think and I won't speak it for you. I'll just say what I understood your goal was to be. No, you're good, Zalpov. I just wanted to let you know that we did touch on Lilith. Was not necessarily to, like share evidence. It was to provoke thought so other people do their own research.
Exactly. I'm not trying to tell you what's real or what's not. I'm just giving y'all a heads up. Please do your own research. If you don't do your own research and you just want to call me a quack or whatever, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I care about y'all because I want to be able to help you all out. And me and Dark both do whenever we can do self-sufficiency and shit like this. But I also want to let y'all know that majority of the shit that you believed or followed in has a backstory behind it. If you don't believe me, please do your research. I don't care if you believe me or not. I'm not telling you not to believe in your own faith. I don't give a shit. All I want you to do is just to dig a little bit deeper and actually learn and listen and look at. That's it. I don't care. I'm not worried about converting somebody. I don't give a fuck because I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in Muhammad. I don't believe in fucking the Torah, the Quran, this or that. I believe in the Creator. That's it. I keep on getting told I'm atheist. I keep on getting told I'm agnostic. I'm this. I'm that. No, I'm not. I believe in a higher power. I just don't give a name to that higher power. And I don't believe any man or any spiritual entity comes between me and that higher power. Because if we had free will, why do I need somebody to be in between me and that person? It is what it is. So, other than that, I don't give a fuck, dude. Do what you want to do. Please do your research. And if you do your research, ancient Sumeria, and look up ancient Sumerian text, folklore, history, please do. That's it. That's the only thing I'm saying. Just look into it because that predates any of this shit that you believe in. Even atheism, it predates that shit. Good for you. Please look into it. If you don't look into it, that's your own ignorance. And you're only ignorant because you have the lack of knowledge. After X amount of time, it's no longer ignorance. It's stupidity. And I don't care if you believe in a higher power or not. That's not for me to decide. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying, look and research. Like I said, you can find the word of our Creator in a whole bunch of manuscripts. That's it. Other than that, just giving y'all heads up, there's a lot more to our religions than what you thought, and there's a lot more to our creation than what we thought. What do you say, Dark?
Yeah, this is a good one. Joe Morris posted and said, "Faith and science may often conflict, but neither debunks the other."
Exactly.
Pistis
Joe
Sophia.
Morris, are you a X-Files fan? Dark, please let me know if he says he was an X-Files fan.
Yeah,
Because,
I'll let him know. Or I'll let you know.
all right.
Zalpov asked, "Pistis Sophia. Did we get into that?" I don't believe I heard that.
Wait, the what, Sophia?
He said, so Joe Morris, I'm guessing, says that he's an X-Files fan in bed. I don't know if I got that. Pistis Sophia.
Pistis Sophia. That doesn't not ring a bell for like Catholicism or Christianity. What is he asking? Is this a joke or is this like legitimate and I don't know?
No, I mean Zalpov is always like legit in what he says. I think it just may be something that at least I'm unaware of. I haven't watched TV for 20 years, but X-Files was cool, is what he said.
This is Sophia, whatever. Like legitimately, that doesn't even sound anything remotely on something that I know on, and I'm pretty good with even modern religion.
Well, so what he's saying is big time Gnostic text, big deal. Look it up, check it out. Also, the Sophia of Jesus. Okay, I never heard of that.
Because I know after Jesus died, part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, there was the Gnostic text of Jesus, which was actually the Gnostic text of Mary Magdalene or whatever her name was. And it was actually the true text of Jesus that were not manipulated or corrupted by the console that ended up using Jesus as their role model to be able to incorporate more people into it. So Mary Magdalene, the Gnostic text of Mary Magdalene, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. And legitimately, Jesus spoke because he came back from India after that whole, he disappeared at 13, came back at 33 years old. During that time frame in India, believe it or not, and look into it, if you look into it half-ass, you're doing a half-ass job. Look into it. So Jesus apparently at one point in time in his 18 to 28 years old, somewhere in there, actually went to India and studied with like the first Dalai Lama or something along those lines, and got wisdom and also passed on wisdom and learning to the Dalai Lama, and then he came back to finish his mission or his deed, which is around 33 years old, where he was crucified for. That's why there's a big giant age gap in Jesus' lifespan. But if you look at the time period correct, ancient Indian um, scripts and scribes and shit like that, there's a man from the Middle East that was known as a prophet that came and studied underneath the first Buddha and actually gave the first Buddha knowledge and then said he had to leave to be able to go back home to be able to finish his message. That is literally in ancient Indian fucking history. Just giving y'all heads up. So I'm not knocking Jesus as a prophet, but I'm not going to say he's the Son of God. And the reason why I'm going to say that is the same reason why I say if I am born from Adam and Adam created me, so I'm the son of Adam. Adam created Eve and Lilith, whatever. She is the daughter of God. Every fucking child from Adam and Eve all the way till now is the son of God. I don't hold faith in anybody over me other than my creator. And your creator has said multiple times in the Old Testament, you don't believe in anybody else other than me. And the New Testament says you have to go through this person in front of me to be able to get your ticket to go in line, get in the VIP booth over here. You got to praise to Jesus. Yeah, praise to Jesus. Yeah. No, that's not talking to God. That's not talking to your creator. And your creator hasn't told you his name. Because if he told you his name, you're dead. Nobody knows the creator's name. So, giving y'all heads up, it is what it is. And you figure out shit for yourself. Look up ancient Sumeria. Look up all these other fucking things that I brought up. I don't care. You can call me a quack, this or that. I'm not telling you to believe in aliens or any other shit like that. I'm just giving you heads up on what the original facts were that were laid down by the original people and were also laid down by the original people of the faith that you believe in now. You want to call me a fucking quack, a shitbag, a loony, whatever? I don't give a fuck. How about you look at the history and you see how it evolved to where it's at now? Go all the way back and come to this point now.
You are a quack shitbag.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just kidding.
But where it sits at is, I'm not telling you not to believe in what you believe in. I want you to have faith because, believe it or not, most of you fucking scumbag people out there, you need to have fucking faith and believe in something so you don't turn into fucking horrible people. I think that's one of the biggest reasons religion keeps on going, to keep people from becoming scumbags. Well, also, I don't care if it helps you or belittles you. If it makes you a better person and helps other people around in this world, that's all that matters. And that's what's going to help you out in the future. And I'm not saying the afterworld. It's just going to help you out. You help out people around you, somebody's going to become successful. And guess what? They're going to be a multi-millionaire and they're going to turn around and be like, yo, this motherfucker right here helped me out when I need a fucking handout. And guess what? Now you're going to be fucking promoter. You're going to get a handout. It don't always work out like that, but look at the origination of all this shit and figure it out for yourself. And if you think not helping out people around you is what your message is, I'm telling you right now, you're going to find yourself around fucking meth smokers and you're going to end up smoking meth. Help out people around you. Sometimes it burns, sometimes it doesn't. But at the end of the day, all you can say is you keep on trying to help. And
Help
karma
out
is
people around
real.
you. Take it from light. Help out people around you, or you will start smoking meth.
Anybody want to smoke meth tonight?
Oh, man. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Be nice to each other, guys. We are a community, and we take care of each other and care about each other and understand different perspectives. I would agree and disagree with a lot of things that are in chat tonight, but it's all good.
No, dude, like I'm not even worried about fighting chat, but and I'm literally not even looking at the shit that you're posting up here. The main premise of the Bible is interpreted for your own word. Yes, John Kimball. Yes, 100%. It doesn't even mean if it's manipulated by man. I think the Creator's word still comes through in those words, and it's for your own interpretation. Dark, I'm
Well,
sorry. I haven't been on here in quite a while, so like I'm genuinely like going hardcore on everything that I can. And dude, I'm
no,
hurting
you're
right
good,
now because
man.
of my family, dude. I'm just
You're,
trying to do the best I can right now and help everything.
dude, you're good. You did great. The thing I would say is there's a saying, okay, and it's coming up about in chat about the Bible is not up for interpretation. The words are the words, and I think that the best saying that goes along with that is, and this is what I believe, is that not just the Bible, words in general, books and information is like this. There's a quote that says that a man can only enter a river but once, because when the man returns, the river is changed and so is the man, right? So every time you go back, like Light said earlier, and you reread something, you have changed and developed and become a different person. So you see different things and you see things differently. So that's what I would say, and I think that's what people mean. That the people that take things, word for word and don't take them, as they. It's kind of like, so think of law, right? The there's something like the actual words of the law, and then there's the color of the law, right? Like the way it's supposed to be interpreted. It's the same thing as like the Bible saying that the wife should be submissive to a man. It doesn't mean that she should be weak or meek. It means that and actually it says, I believe, I don't know the exact quotes, but they should submit to each other,
Right.
and that just
Hey,
means.
hey, Dark, just
Yeah.
giving me a head. Can you still hear me?
Yep, yep.
Okay, one of my earbuds are dying. Give you heads up. The New Testament, basically, the woman is supposed to submit to the man. But like I mentioned earlier, man and woman were equal when God had a wife. When God became the independent and there was no woman involved, women got pulled out of the temple and away from being hold temple duties because there was multiple tribes. And this is, you know, the oldest quote unquote religion outside of ancient Sumeria, which is all breaks down from. Now, okay, let's jump off of this.
We're actually going to have to cut the stream in a minute because my battery's almost dead.
Okay. Has anybody talked about this whole new Joe Biden bullshit? Talking about executive orders on gun control or
We haven't hit
public
it yet.
safety?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. That I think we should do another stream on it. We're actually about to drop our first pre-recorded video in the entire, well, except from the first like couple weeks of our channel. We're about to drop our first like pre-recorded video, and I'll share that with you. Like, it's got a special guest, and the special guest is going through discussing the Second Amendment, the Constitution, firearms, and basically the history of it over hundreds of years. It's actually really dope. But yeah, basically, I think we should do another stream regarding the potential executive orders, because he didn't actually issue any EOs. He mentioned what he's going to issue EOs over, and he may just have some stock in Polymer 80.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all heads up. And this is going to shoot America in the fucking face like Kurt Cobain with the shotgun, starting it.
Ooh.
How about we say, you know what? If we disarm America, we should disarm all of the security and the military, because you know what? That's way too dangerous. You can't just let a 16, 17, 18-year-old go in the military with a full auto fucking assault rifle. You know, you might as well just take them all away. Yeah, just take them all away. And guess what? They're not going to do that. Why? Because they need to show their dominance in the world. Why do you think Japan said we won't fucking, reach over and try to fucking take over America? Because there's a fucking rifle behind every blade of grass. It wasn't about having a fucking musket, you sons of bitches. And even back then, they had Gatling guns and they had fucking repeating rifles that were in fucking production that they were developing and shit.
Well, and
They were not talking about muskets.
the purpose of it specifically was so that
For hunting, for hunting small rabbits. That
that's
was
it.
the purpose.
That's it.
Yes, that's it.
No, the purpose of it specifically, the way that all the quotes that all the founding fathers put in the this booklet basically explain that the man, the unorganized militia, and the organized militia should have the exact same equipment as the military.
Oh, hey, Dark, let me ask you a question. During that time frame, were there private individuals that owned warships during that time frame?
Yeah, and they actually encouraged it so they could commission them.
Oh my gosh. So you're saying that I could have a ship with cannons and people to be able to attack other people on the water legally?
Not only that, they would actually sell battleships. It would come with explosives. It would come with powders. It would come with, all Gatling guns, which weren't too common on ships, but there were some.
Punt guns.
Punt guns. It would come with. I mean, it was literally designed so that man, meaning the organized militia and unorganized militia, the militia is you, right? The militia is you, and there were strict requirements. That was a musket, X amount of, I think it was a quarter pound of powder, X amount of shots, there were specific standards of what a man, not a militia member, a man should have in his home.
A well-regulated, and the mindset on well-regulated is we think about it in our conscript of what well-regulated means, but it was everybody, like you were saying, Dark, has pretty much the same go-to package. You have X amount of powder. Fucking earbud.
Yeah, that's why I take my AirPods out, man.
Yeah, both of them are about to fucking die right.
No, you're good. We should do a separate, especially with the video that's about to drop, literally on this topic.
We should do a separate what?
We should do a separate video specifically on this topic. and on the fact that here's my biggest thing, and I'll leave it at this. Then we're gonna have to jump. Um, in the entire lifespan of our country, ever since our country has been born, it has always been legal for a person to build a current, like a modern firearm at home. It has been completely legal for the entire length of time our country has been alive for a person to build a modern firearm in their home. And now is the first time ever that has been threatened to be taken away from you.
So, Dark,
That's a problem.
What are you saying? Because I hear something about you're not allowed to build ghost guns anymore.
Well,
So
not necessarily.
I can't go by iron pipe that fits the diameter of a 12 gauge round.
So
And
that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you? They're talking about ghost gun kits. So they're talking about,
no. Dark.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Trust me. So they're talking about 80% receivers. They're talking about braced pistols. They're talking about, all the shit that the ATF has been talking about anyway. But they'll never stop there. So once they get those things, and they likely will, which honestly I'm kind of excited about all this. It's bringing some excitement to my life. Then they'll go for the pipe at Home Depot. Then they'll go for, like look at
So you're saying I'm going to need a background check to get piping from Home Depot or Lowe's to be able to pipe in a furnace or do a water irrigation?
only after you show your vaccine ID, your vaccine passport showing that you're allowed to walk into the store.
So, Dark, you'll admit to this. No matter what, American citizens are allowed to build and manufacture their own firearms, cannons, and even explosives, as long as they do that within a safe manner and they're not turning around and selling it to other people. You can pass the information out for people to be able to do it on their own. But when they talk about ghost guns, legitimately, if you make a pipe shotgun and they're trying to classify, the P90, the you mill out your own receiver AR-15, blah blah blah. That's a ghost gun. No, you're legally allowed to make your own fucking firearm
Federally.
as long as you don't fucking sell it. That's a ghost gun. So, giving y'all heads up, your rights are about to be infringed upon like hardcore. And if you make your own pipe shotguns, pipe 22s, 9 mils, you name whatever fucking gun that you want to make. If you want to go fucking crazy and make a sheet metal fucking SMG, yeah, in your home, make a sheet metal SMG.
In semi-auto.
Uh,
In semi-auto.
yeah.
Or if you're an 07 manufacturer.
Yeah, go ahead. Go fuck the government. But end of the day, if you make it in full auto and it's homemade, technically you should not have any fucking worries about any government agency as long as there's no malicious intent. But if you want to buy something that's full auto, you have to go through the government that was already pre-manufactured before 1986, yada, yada, yada. But if you made something, even if it's a single shot or multi-shot or semi-auto or full auto, if you made it personally, that should be 100% motherfucking legal at the end of the day, because there's nothing in the law that states that it should not be. We're worried about the definition that judges that are being paid off and given little bras. Here. Look. You're a pigeon. You're a rat. Here, let me give you some breadcrumbs. Here you go. That's what the fucking lobbyists are doing. They're tickling their fucking balls, and they're also fucking threatening them, saying, hey, we got fucking video of you fucking, or pictures of you in blackface. Oh, you're black? Oh, we got fucking video of you or pictures of you fucking, in a swingers club or a sex club or touching a fucking minor. Guess what? This is how all politicians fucking work. This is how Hollywood works. They catch dirt on every single fucking person they can to be able to make sure nobody's willing to fucking stand up and go above and beyond. Why? Because if they stand up to be able to try to go above and beyond, they're going to let out that shit. And when they let out that shit, they're going to go to jail. And then they're going to put whoever they want in their place. So all this shit, I don't want to say needs to be burned down. I don't want to say that we need to get rid of them. But we need to vote them out.
Yeah, voting.
Yes, voting.
And I think we all vote in unique ways. My voting identifies as no, I'm kidding. Let me stop. Armitage said,
Mark,
just
thank you so much that you stopped, because I'm not going to say how I want to vote, and I won't vote that way.
Don't booth anyone. Don't booth anyone. I think he was sarcastically saying vote. I don't think he was. I'm gonna jump out on a ledge and say that all of us here believe that voting will not make any change or any impact, and there is not one president or one cabinet or one anything that will change where we are right now.
Dark, shut the fuck up. I'm about to fucking flip the script right
now. No, you're not. I'm done.
No, hold on, Dark. Listen to me. Listen. Okay, so right before all this new presidency shit goes down, giving y'all heads up, whoever works in the mail department in any state that you work in, get all those non, ID verified freaking voter cards and vote dark or light for president. That's all I'm saying. We're of legal age. Just do it. Just do it. Just go in there, and all these are going to go to a fake president or a manipulated system. How about you guys just go in there and manipulate it yourselves? And you know what? Either you have me or you have Dark over here. And we'll run the country. And we'll run it through YouTube.
Yeah, fuck that. They're just going to trap us and put filth on us. Even if there's nothing on us, they'll just destroy our lives. But yeah, Dark.
Stop taking pictures of little kids. And one of the little kids, a baby goat is a kid. So stop taking pictures of little baby goats.
Baby goats. All right, we're down to 1%. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Stay safe. Stay dangerous. Thank you, Light. I appreciate you coming on and sharing the knowledge. I will. Zalpov. Love you. Love all y'all. Light, you have any ending words?
I love all y'all people, and nobody hits me up at darklightdugan@gmail. If anybody has any questions, hit me up over there. If not worried. Dark, if you got time on your phone, hit me up. Just want to talk to you for about like 5-10 minutes after we go dead on this stream.
All right, cool. All right, y'all. Take it easy.
Love y'all.
Be safe.